Hi there. This is Dr. Simon Dove. So you're getting this video because at some point you were a patient of mine or you knew somebody who was a patient of mine, and perhaps I met you at a spinal health screening or some sort of event. And I'm sending you this message because it's been pointed out to me and I realized I have not done a good job in explaining why I do what I do. Why would I pick this profession? Why is it so important? Why is it so passionate to me that I would be doing this? So I'd like to clean that mess up and share with you my story. So I was raised in an old school approach. You know what? If you got sick and you weren't feeling well, you got rest, clean food, good water, and time, and you would sort it out. Your body was intelligent. Funny enough, this is a very chiropractic principle, but I did not grow up in chiropractic household like most of you. I didn't even know the word chiropractic. So, but back to the story. So I was raised with that, what I call now a chiropractic principle. Your body's smart. If you give it good food, good water, rest, it'll sort itself out. And this approach served me very well until college. And what I mean by that is until it still served me well, but it wasn't enough. So in college, I started getting neck pain and then it turned into neck and shoulder pain and I couldn't move my arm very well and I couldn't turn my it was horrible and it was scary. And I was getting good food and I was getting myself more rest because I knew my body needed to heal. And all those things weren't enough. And I remember being at work one day, as I had like 4 jobs in my undergraduate college, and we were catering, and I was over the sink doing dishes. And one of my coworkers said to me, he's like, "Hey, you should go to my chiropractor." And I said, "You're what?" Literally did not know what the word was. He explains to me, and I said, "All right, I'll check that out." I really trusted this guy. And he said he got great results around the same situation. So I go. This chiropractor was lovely. He was such a warm-hearted guy. I was like, "Wow, this is a doctor." So he explained to me what chiropractic was, and I'd never heard of what it was before. He said, "Look, your brain, along with your spinal cord, they're called the central nervous system, and they control the show. I mean, everything your thoughts, your moods, your attitude, your feeling, your digestion, what you ate today, like all of it. And it doesn't work well when it's interfered with. If there's blockage." I was like, "Well, this makes sense." He said, "Now, what I do is I find that interference and I remove it quite gently, and your body works better." And I said, "Now wait a minute, that makes sense. This is how I was raised. Your body knows what to do, so let's let it do it." But I wondered, maybe my body's not working as well because there's some of this interference. So I said, "All right, let's give this a try." So I worked with this chiropractor for a few weeks and it was amazing. Everything my friend had told me it was. I felt better. My neck was improved. Yeah, my mood was better. I was quite happy just not being in pain and being able to function. So it was awesome. I finished college, and my dream, my vision, because I was a studio art major, was to go to Italy. I had an uncle over there who was a chiropractor, and he said, "Hey, why don't you come over? I've got a lot of patients who are in the art world, art industry. You could meet some of them, and let's see what'll happen." I was like, "Heck yeah! What? Go to Italy? I hear the food's pretty good, and now I hear, hey, I might have some connections in the art world." I thought this was awesome, so I go, and um, uh, my uncle that night that we got there, he was excited to see me, and I was excited to see him and meet his new family, his wife, kids. It was great. And he said, "Hey, why don't you let me adjust you before we have dinner?" And I said, "Oh, wow, yes, please." It had been 2 years since I'd been adjusted. I had just been on a plane, another plane, a train, a bus, a car, a taxi. I was heck yeah. So he adjusts me and he said, I'll never forget this. He says, "Simon, now wait a minute. I want to tell you something before we do this." He said, "I want you to understand that it's not just alignment of the bones and vertebra, but also we're going to get the spinal cord to relax and unwind. And that tension and that twist and that torque that's going on in your body will drop out and you'll feel a lot better. You'll work a lot better." And he said, and I interrupted. I was like, "Look, David, that's great. Sure, you're my uncle. I love you. You're not charging me. Let's do this. Let's do this." He said, "No, no, listen, Simon." He says, "What I want you to know is it's not just about the alignment of the vertebra. And we achieve this with these very light touches along the spine in certain spots to really get that much deeper relaxation and reset." And I said, "All right." He's like, I didn't really fully understand what he was saying. I mean, I understood the words, but I didn't understand the depth or fully what was going on. So I get on the table, he adjusts me, and I fell into a deep, profound resting state and passed out. They couldn't even wake me up. I didn't have dinner. I wake up and I just chalked it up to as well, you know what? I was really tired. That makes sense. I was traveling like forever yesterday. But it kept happening. So over the next 4 to 5 weeks, I couldn't discount what was happening. There was this really deep, profound, relaxing, resetting, recalibrating going on in my body. And I couldn't help but notice how much better I felt. And in certain areas of my body, but also in my emotions. I was not a depressed person. I never would have said I was a depressed person. In fact, I was super excited. I was in Italy following my dream. Are you kidding me? I was quite happy. But the effect of the work had me so much more happy and lighter in my thoughts and in my body. There were areas that felt so good. I thought, wow, I must have been really locked up there. I had no idea. I had just gotten used to it. I had just adapted and gotten used to it. So I was like, wow, super curious now at this point. And life was challenging. I was working with a new language. I was going on job interviews. I wasn't on vacation. So I started hanging out at his office all the time. And I couldn't help but notice the people were a wide range of people, men, women, all ages, babies, 90-year-olds, families, singles. And the types of things that they were saying, I just heard them talking to each other and saying to my Uncle David of like they used to have intense emotional issues at the house, but no more. Intense respiratory issues, but the kids don't have that anymore. Um, Low back pain for sure, but all these other diseases and mental emotional states, anxieties were shifting and changing. I was like, wow, it made no sense to me, but I was amazed by it. So the more I hung out, the more I received the work, it started to make more sense. Again, there's wisdom in your body. It works better if it's not messed with. If it's freed up to do what it's going to do, it's going to do really amazing things for you. So I realized I have to do this. And it hit me like a bolt of lightning, which was not in the plan. You know the joke. You want to make God laugh. Show the plans. So I realized I have to do this. And I called my parents and I let them know, say, hey, I'm coming home and I'm going back to school. And that was an interesting conversation, maybe for another time, another story. So I come back and I go to chiropractic school and the rest is history. And I get the privilege and the joy to be now that chiropractor who has hundreds and hundreds of people coming in and out of my doors year after year, helping people with a wide range of things. But really, I'm only helping them with one thing: removing interference from their nervous system. And when I do that, they work better. So I would like also for more people to know about this. So I want to give a very special offer to you. So while you were listening to this, maybe you thought, oh, I kind of fall in that category. You know, life is not as bright and great and energized as it could be. Or, oh, I had that neck shoulder pain too, like Dr. Simon was saying. Or you just want more and you realize there could be more. Or maybe you have headaches, maybe you're living on Advil. There's all sorts of things, right? And certainly there's no shortage of stress right now in the world and anxiety levels at their highest. So what I would like to do is remove the challenge or the friction for someone coming into my office. And usually that's time or money. Well, the time is the time. It takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get a first visit going and do all the proper tests and everything. So I can't really shift that because I want to give you the quality you deserve. but I can lower the price, and that's what I'm going to do. So what's normally $415 is only $125. So you'll save $290. So that's my gift to you to find out. There's the key word, to find out if this work would be for you. I'm clear of the work. I'm clear the work works and I love the work. But what I'm not sure about is your life experiences right now or circumstances right now. And I'd like to meet you so I can remove some of that friction and have you come in at a lower rate. So for the first 12 people that felt a call or felt curious, call my office. Call my office and we'll get you scheduled and you'll get that great discount and we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on for you and if it's a good fit and we can help you out. I would love to be able to find out with you and get to meet you. So for the first 12 people, call my office 970-224-5006 and I'll get you more information if you need that. And we'll see what we can do for you. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to meeting you and seeing how I can serve you. All the best and enjoy the rest of your day.